It was at night. By the way, this is not what happened to me. This is the story view of a woman. Thank you. I hope you enjoy the video. It was at night. Oh, I partied all night. I was at my friend's 21st birthday party, and it was around 1 a.m. at this point. All of my friends had came, and there were a lot of people. Probably like 17. I didn't have anything to drink because I knew that I would be driving. I only had juices and a few fizzy drinks and a lot of food to keep me energy. I would be driving for 20 minutes to get back to my place. Luckily, I had enough fuel. I was just driving on the outskirts of New Jersey. I really was just bored throughout the trip, just driving. Just not being able to wait till I get home. I couldn't wait until I would get home and just get some sleep. As I was driving on the road, I thought I got a bit lost. So I stopped my car at the side of the road and looked at my GPS for some directions. And suddenly, I heard a knock at my car window. I looked and was shocked to see a man looking at me through the car window. This man looked like he was in his 40s or something. I definitely didn't recognize him. He made some gestures to open the window. I looked at him with a confused look, but opened the window anyway, just slightly, and asked him, "Dude, what do you want?" Then he just told me, "Dude, I just got attacked by my wife. Can I please have a lift home?" I said to the man, "I'm sorry, but I really need to get home. I have work tomorrow." The man's desperate face started to turn to a disturbing looking grin. "Okay, if you don't want to take me on a lift, I guess I'll just have to do it myself." I saw the guy as he tried to open the door and struggled. I had locked it. I locked all of the doors in my car and shut my window. The man continued to knock on the window, now with an angry look on his face. I gave him the middle finger and told him to fuck off. That was not really a good idea, as he grabbed a knife, a large kitchen knife, and started tapping it on my window. I heard him say, let me in, or I'll have to let myself in." I was so scared at this point and I didn't know what to do. I turned on my car and I legit just nearly broke the gas pedal, flooring it. I could see the black figure of the man just trying to chase after my car, but I guess I was just too fast. I was going at least 70 miles an hour, not even realizing how fast I was going. I was going extremely fast, and then eventually, I just arrived home. I opened my car door and closed it. I went in my house and locked all the doors and windows. I was just completely shocked. I couldn't believe what had just happened. What was going on? A psychopath man was trying to break into my car for no goddamn reason. I went to sleep, but was interrupted at around 3 in the morning by my phone ringing. Who would be calling me at 3 in the morning? I told myself. looked at the number and it said unknown number. To the hell I was going to answer that, especially at this time. I ignored the call. Then the person just rang again. This was really beginning to stress me now. I finally answered the phone and said, "It's 3 o'clock in the morning, what the fuck do you want?" Then I heard a familiar voice. It sounded like the man that was trying to break in my car from earlier. But how had he found out my number? "I see you wouldn't let me in your car," the man said. "So, you know I'm an experienced hacker, right? I can easily find anyone's phone numbers and their address. At the moment, I'm on my way to your address now, and I'm gonna fucking kill you." I immediately hung up the phone and dialed 911. My entire body was shaking at this point, and I didn't know what would happen to me. I locked my bedroom door and sat on the bed, impatiently waiting for the cops to arrive. I was shaking everywhere in my body, and I didn't know what to do. Then I realized, yes, the man was indeed a hacker, one of those experienced ones who could easily find out people's personal information without them even giving it. He just got my information by looking at my car. That's it. I waited so impatiently for the police to arrive. Then I heard a knock downstairs at my front door. Hoping that it was the cops, I looked out the window and I saw a man in a black hoodie, and he looked at the window back at me. That was not the cops. The knocking got even more aggressive on the door, but I wasn't going to answer that. There was no way I was going to answer that. I then heard whoever was at the door struggling, trying to break in, but the door was locked. I hid under my blankets. I just waited so impatiently for the fucking police to arrive. Eventually, 2 minutes later, I started hearing police sirens outside. Finally, I saw the man in the black hoodie, then run away. The police searched the entire neighborhood but couldn't find the person. I thanked the cops, unlocked the front door and all the other windows and doors in my house, and went back to sleep. The next day, around 10 a.m., I turned on a TV, looked at the news, and there was a dangerous serial killer on the loose. He was a man who would sneak into people's cars, making them think that he got attacked. Several women were murdered because of this man, and he still hadn't been found yet. I can't believe that I just escaped a serial killer. I don't know what would have happened to me if I let that guy inside of my car. 2 months later, the guy was finally arrested for life. It also rumored that the guy had kept multiple dead bodies of women inside of his house. Only God knows what would have happened to me if I had let that guy inside of my car, or if he had successfully broken into my house.